Greetings and salutations, group. This is Little Falcon. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. If you are coming to me now, we're doing a smaller version of our usual weekday events. It is Friday, y'all, and I am feeling the Lionsgate portal energy. So we're just taking it down a notch today. I'm kind of vibing, trying to begin the recharge that's going to go on for me Sunday because the Lionsgate portal comes to its, frenzied peak and opening on Monday. And so what we're looking at is the idea that a lot of us are experiencing heavy energy. So when we start off today's session, part of my goal is to relieve some of the, relieve some of that heavy energy. Well, hello, Devanand. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It is morning here. Well, it's 11, so we're almost at noontime for lunch. I have been up drinking coffee, and pretty much it's my usual morning jam, although, like I said, that Lionsgate, you could feel that energy. So hello and a good morning to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you guys for participating, liking, following, sharing, sending stars, and subscribing. It's been an amazing week. I have had so many incredible moments with everyone. I am so grateful. So I just wanted to first start off by giving a huge thank you to all three groups. You guys make this magical. You make it possible by opening up and being so humble and kind and allowing me to read for you. For us to have this group where we're unfolding things together. We are growing together. We are searching together. Devanand on Facebook gave me a very sweet compliment. She said, I'm looking great. Thank you. I was feeling a little like the need to vibe, so I've been working super hard on the mindfulness. So I know what I've been needing to do, guys. So you'd be proud of me. I've drawn boundaries in my life, and I've stuck to them. So one thing I wanted to mention about my boundaries conversations we seem to be having a lot, because, it's the reality. We want to stick to our boundaries. So as we light the sage, we want to release the tension and negativity. We want to affirm to the universe we are protecting ourselves. We are enforcing the boundaries we've drawn. So we're going to light that up for us now. I ask everyone just take a moment, take some deep breaths. We made it through this part of the week. I'm going to ask Wakantanka, the Great Spirit, Mother Nature, the universe, to open up for you, for me. This smudge is for me and for you. Hello, Mina. Thank you for joining us. Yes, we will talk about people and their career and their love. I'm already doing a little list here. Thank you, Mina, for coming back today. I hope you're doing well. Guys, let me know how you are in the comments. We are doing our smudge. We're letting go of our tension from the week. It's been a busy one. That Lionsgate portal is going to open completely on Monday. So my plan for that is I would like to have a couple of live manifesting sessions, one in the morning, one in the evening. So if you're in this part of the world where, in the United States, I'm on Central Time. If you're in the other part of the world, that would be probably evening for you. So nonetheless, my goal is for us to manifest and use as much of this passionate, amazing energy, because let me tell you, it is completely intense. And yes, I'm from the United States. So I'm located in the Chicagoland area. It is about 11 a.m. here, so I'm assuming it's almost 10 p.m. right there. I thought so. So I have a lot of friends and clientele from all over the world. I'm half decent with time zones, guys. So I had a feeling, so I'm assuming you're in India, Pakistan, something like that. Pooja. So her name is Pooja, but her username on here is Devanand. So, but yeah, from India. Excellent. Wonderful. I have really enjoyed this job, you guys, because for the last 20 years, I've gotten to meet people from around the world. And it is so educational for you as a person. here we just don't know anything about the rest of the world, and you try to be engaged. But when you speak to people, actually get to know people and form, decades long relationships with them, you begin to understand more what their lives are like, and you can appreciate them and you can take that with you. So where we live in the Chicagoland area, Pooja, we have a huge population of people from India, Pakistan, every country in the world, you pretty much name it. Chicago is known for its Polish population. If you guys didn't know, Chicagoland has the largest population of Polish people in the world, and that is a truth. So once again, thank you for wherever you are in the world. We have a little list going. Our smudge is like winding down a little bit. Mina lives in Michigan. I like Michigan too. So problem is it gets much colder there, and there's a lot more snow typically. But there's some really beautiful things. If you know, guys, Michigan, I was up there in autumn a couple years ago. It was 2019 actually, right before the pandemic hit, as my mom wants to call it, the pandemic. And I'm like, I really like that little mistake. We're gonna go with that. The pandemic hit, and it was so gorgeous. We accidentally took no highways, which has become our way to travel, and it was drop dead gorgeous, you guys. So Michigan, you really need to go. And beautiful Lake Michigan is there, of course, too. So since I'm from Chicagoland, girl, I've been to Warren Dunes in Michigan. So are you from the lower or upper peninsula? Just out of curiosity, because I've done a little bit of time around. Oh, and I bet it gets cold, guys. She said it gets cold. I'm sure, with snow and that's why I'm trying to move out west to New Mexico. So if you guys are following me, I'm sick of the cold. I've had 48 winters, and I went through a really hellacious blizzard in the late 70s around here, and literally, I was like 5, I believe, and it was 79, 80, and it was above our heads, and it was insane. So like I've had fun. I've done a lot of snow stuff, but I'm going to be much more proactive, guys, snow rituals and stuff this year, and until I move, because I have to be outside more. I have to. So that's been my focus, guys. So now when I go into my crystals real bit for a minute, the reason I'm doing that, and I have my natural themed cup mug today. I love birds, bees, gardening, trees. I grew up that way, and for me, it's a real good comfort zone. So it's kind of my jam too. So here we go with that. And I wanted to see if she lived in the lower. Oh, so you're in the lower. Well, I would love to meet everybody in the real. So I would love to do world traveling, guys. But I had been actually traveling last year and this year. But then the gas prices here have doubled. And so I'm sure the world is also experiencing that. And when that happened, that put a crimp in our things. But instead, I have let the universe guide me. And I'm quite sure I was meant to be here doing this with you guys as much as possible. So before I get to go traveling, which we will, things have been just postponed. I'll be out west. We'll be doing, hopefully, things like Yosemite. I mean, sadly, climate change or whatever's going on in the world, and I'm not trying to be political, I just love nature, is affecting everything, So all the same, thank you. And she's from the Lower Peninsula, guys. So yes, I've spent some time there too. So yeah, neat. Yeah, I love Lake Michigan, and we're rock hounds, so like we spend a lot of time on the edge of the shore looking down. So we're those geeks. Instead of necessarily getting my purple or blue or whatever hair I have today wet, I'll go like up into here. Yeah, I love water ritual and being in the water, but mind you, there are some gorgeous stones you guys can get, geodes, all kinds of stuff. So I tumble them too, and we're working on introducing them to our shop, putting them inside my candles I'm making. Like, I have some things to do. So sorry, I digress there. So far, guys, we only have 2 people who want readings. So if you're coming to me from YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch today, we're having a smaller session today. We're kind of recharging and working towards our big Lionsgate portal event on Monday. But if you guys missed today and you're looking at this later, I'm going to put out a big advertisement on Facebook for tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Central Time. I'm going to make sure as many people can get to me this week. It's hard because a lot of people in the States can't be available now. So I do a lot of private sessions. So I try to incorporate you guys in my daily routine when I'm fresh, which is why a lot of times you'll see me in the morning. Okay, so when we do these reading events, the bigger ones, there's going to be a ton of people. So I encourage you guys to, attend tomorrow, but if it's too crowded, no, I'll be back. I'll be resuming Monday with our Lionsgate Portal event. Now that is super cool. Manifesting, as well as we're going to do readings and stuff, but it'll be a little oriented towards what we want to bring about. What's your wildest dreams, your wildest crazy dreams? We said this about the new moon in Leo, right? So this is what we're doing. So now to even things out today, because I could feel the need, it was a little heavy, and I feel it's kind of like a good grounding integrative tool. This is some selenite, feldspar, whatever you want to call it. It's very soft satin spar, and it's called many different things. So I think it's like however people are marketing it, it can destruct very easily, but I feel that its soft nature is kind of what we needed. As well as we have our calming blue calcite, which you guys are going to see. What makes me feel good, it may not make you feel good, and I have read up on the properties of these. But see, when you're spiritually working with yourself and other people, it's so integral to follow what they feel. So guys, if you vibe with this, cool, but these are just what I'm feeling for our group today, because we're trying to have a vibe. I wanted to say hello to Violet on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. I'm Little Falcon. We are doing our triple streaming live free reading session. If you would like a free reading, please let me know. We are doing right now our little crystal reveal. Hey Jillian, thank you. So what this is, guys, is this is like a wrap, and it has some fringe on the bottom. You can't really see it. It's like supposed to be a beach wrap, but like on days I'm feeling I need to be a little more fabulous, and it is so dreary here, guys. It's like warm but dreary, so it's like I really need some sunshine. So if you noticed, I went a little different. I went a little purpley, a little pinky blue. So all of my rose quartz has been used in rituals, which means I need to get some more. It is an excellent calming tool, rose quartz, guys. So I don't have any right now. It's like in a candle or gone somewhere. So I need to do that. So instead, I've been sticking to the calcites, as well as now we're going to go for career inspiration for me, which, guys, when I do this for everyone, and what we're doing is this is my life calling, and I want to tap into truth, which often is why I have a solidite out, but I also want to recognize where I'm at, enhance my career vibes, be open to adventure and opportunity and learning, because it's exciting to do these. I mean, every time I go to do this, I'm like, ooh, this is great, because each time I'm learning. Yesterday, I went down the crystal rabbit hole on Twitch. Twitch was on fire yesterday. We were just all over the place, and I have to tell you, it was one of those things where it's a beautiful synchronicity where we're all kind of talking about similar topics, and then every time we have a live reading and I have an interaction using the cards, it gives me an idea of what certain oracle cards and certain Akashic tarot cards, for example, is what we were doing yesterday, mean to certain people, and gives me a better idea. Say, for example, a card that was showing a Buddhist tendency could also be a honorable warrior, and I was beginning to understand some parallels to behaviors that are described in a card that may be dual. So you guys are going to watch me grow. I've been doing card readings since I was 15, and I am 48, but professionally I've been doing them online since 2000. I don't go into where I'm at, because really, you guys, this is our opportunity to interact in a way that is like right here, right now. No stress, no pressure. If you do enjoy today and you really like it, you could follow me. If you're on Facebook, you could like, follow, share, comment. If you're feeling super sassy, you could send me stars on Facebook. I have a subscription service on Facebook for just $10 a month. You get a full private read with me, and that means like over the phone, text, whatever you prefer. And then we have a private group just for subscribers where you make a time with me and we do readings like this, and you get to guide me. You get 2 plus 50% off all my regular services, access to exclusive product testing that you get to try, like my new manifesting candles I'm coming out with. You get to try them for free, and then you do product reviews. You let everybody know, you're like, oh, it didn't burn right, or this worked good for me. And then you also actually become a part of this special group that can get free prizes and guide me. So that particular group is for people who want to maximize their time and money. So I'll just put it that way. We have so many people here, you guys. When I do the evening and weekend events, it gets like there's so many people. And I wanted to be able to offer something low cost for everyone. And for me, it just gives me a chance for us to grow and find out what everyone wants. So that's where, so I have Facebook groups, I have groups here and there, and each one of them we're trying to really guide like what they want. So if you're also an empath, I do an empath forum. So here we go with the aventurine. The aventurine for me is this raw polished gem. I wanted to talk about this for just a moment. Is again so indicative of the idea we need to recognize who we are. So I've changed, I've evolved, I'm going through upgrades, but I wanted to recognize today how I have become more the polished version of aventurine. I really wanted to mention that. So if that rings true to anyone, remember, let it resonate through you, who you've become. And lastly, because we always have to have, I want a boost for intuition, boost, here it is. This is our spirit quartz. So we're going to set these aside. Thank you guys for your patience. Violet said on YouTube she would like a reading. So we are putting you down there. There's only 3 people on the list right now, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. We have Devanand, who is Pooja. We have Meena, and we have Violet. Once again, a huge hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to where you are in the world. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I am Little Falcon. Thank you for joining us. We're going to start our free readings. Here's the rules. We don't do any negative things. Like, we're not trying to cast evil spells on people. I don't do revenge, as well as mediumship is something private we do. I have a variety of decks on today. I have been spending a lot of time with my medicine bag that was designed by Stephen Harjo, who I met at Cahokia Mounds last year. It is the largest Native American site in the United States, and it was larger than London in 10,000 BC with population and sophistication. Being there was truly a spiritual experience, although he's a Musquequi and he believes that was who was there. But those are the Mississippi people that became my people, which were the Cherokee, the Choctaw, Chickasaw. I realize that up in Chicago, you just don't understand it. There is more than just the plains, and you get down to St. Louis, but Cahokia is huge mounds. I'll put out another little thing about it. But I just wanted to share that stuff's really important to me, and for you guys to know, I take this very seriously. I'm learning about my culture, but what I do is I incorporate things I think you guys could use too without violating anybody or anything, So I have my Rider-Waite deck. This is the typical tarot we use for our real straightforward questions. I also have the Akashic Tarot, which is our tarot with a twist. We're going to use that as well today. And with what I mean by that is it gives you the idea of a spiritual higher level of information, because the Akashic records are referring to those ideas. And then yesterday I used the Rumi Oracle, but today we're going to get a little earthy. And so I'm going to bring out another couple of decks and different oracle cards, but we're letting these wash over the groups and see what everybody likes, and what resonates. So I wanted to give a huge thank you to Jillian, who has liked and shared, and Meena, who has liked. I really appreciate all of the love. It really helps because Facebook, I noticed, since people have been doing the stars a little bit more and stuff, but the liking, following, and sharing is a big deal. The sharing seems to keep us going. I want to show you these Sacred Force Oracle cards, and we're doing our first reading with Devanand, who wants to know about love, and will her object of her desire love her or the person he's with. We're going to be right there, but I want to share these cards really quick. These are just super cute. I'm going to pick some out. Here's the Willow Spirit. I believe we've seen this one before. Enchanted Fairy Grotto. Now you guys are going to see some interesting themes here. Now yes, there's fairies. Now this is a slight indigenous reference. Starry Night. Acceptance. There's a lot of beautiful themes. The colors on this are intense and beautiful. Here's Rainbow Waterfall, Miracles. So we're going to use this deck for pretty much everybody today for their questions, unless I really feel the need to do the straight tarot or the Akashic. I think everyone is going to get one of those today. So let's start off with our first reading, and I'm going to check the comments real quick before we begin so we can totally be comfortable together. Hey Kim, good morning. Yes, I'm having a really good day. Yes, I am. Oh, awesome. Jillian follows the Toltec Indians, and you're also Blackfoot. That is super cool. So they're located north of where I would have been, and my family. And intriguing thing, of course, though, is they were all at times intermingling. There had been a rumor at one point we were Blackfoot, but I have done tons of research and have concluded that there's really no connection at all. So that's interesting you mentioned that. So because for a long time, I always knew about the Cherokee, the Choctaw, of course, those are really close in lineage. And boy, one grandmother would spit on the ground about the other grandmother. It's not as if everyone always gets along. My Cherokee grandmother would, great grandmother would spit on the ground about the Choctaw great grandmother. She would say, why would he marry that Choctaw? So yeah, that's what people don't understand is it's not just like everyone's sitting around kumbaya either all the time. People are people. Let's not do that. And all right, Kim's a Cherokee too. Great. So here we go, guys. I'm going to take a good sip of this coffee and we're in it. Now, what I want to do is, I want to do an oracle card real quick for you, Pooja. If it doesn't give us our answer clear enough, we're going to turn to the just straight tarot, but I kind of think it's going to. So let's focus, guys. I'm going to ask my ancestors and hers, the Great Spirit, Wakantanka, to step down. Again, that's a catchphrase for the Great Spirit. However you want to look at the universe. We want to know, is this individual going to love Pooja? All right, one last shuffle we did. Let's do a cut, and we're going to do a blind pull. Back of these cards a little ethereal. We have pulled out 2 cards. So, understand. First, you have to have the storm spirit of chaos. So when she mentioned, you guys, there's a backstory here, and we're just going to be as straight as we can and direct. And as you guys see, sometimes there's a lot more to things than there is, but this is straightforward. There's a big change going on in that person's life. That has to happen first. It's like a rocky, huge thing. So as for your question about love, yes, but it needs to be grown in a way that is playful and joyful after that chaos passes. So guys, yes, I believe the love is there already, but understand, until situations are righted in our life, you're going to have to, how can I put this? A lot of times you have to let go of the negative. You have to let go of the energy like that person does. He does. Ashwini needs to let go. And when that happens completely, you're going to have the sense that you can grow more. So right now, there's only so much energy that could be between you. So I think you guys are following me. And looking at her comments, in our recent conversations, I believe that until that situation ends, which I feel it will, but because of the chaos right now, it is all right that you're not around it. I don't think you're meant to be around it. I don't think you're meant to be the reason necessarily that's ending between them. I believe it's the opposite. I believe that person, meaning Ishwini, really wants this to go on, the ending of that relationship, but you have to let that be. And I believe you are. I believe you're honorable about it, and so keep that honor with yourself on this, journey. Hey there, Kate Spire on Twitch. Thank you for joining us. I am Little Falcon, and we are doing a free reading session. I have just got done with one reading. I'm using the Oracle cards as well as Tarot today. If you would like a reading, let me know. We have about 3 people, I believe, in front of you. We have not many. 1, 2, 3. So, 2 only. We're going to see here what we can get going, because today was a little bit of a shorter session. So, no, it means that he loves you, Pooja, but the love has to grow. It's like anything, you have to understand it's like he has to cut ties with that person. So I'm not saying there's no love there. But so if we were in private session, guys, we could break that down. I'd probably seen that comment sooner. I'm sorry. So, Cat Spire, it is so good to see you. She said she was glad to be here. We are triple streaming today on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So what you guys see in your own individual group is not necessarily what's going on. So I do apologize. I'll try to keep everybody current of who I'm talking to and what it's about. So we just talked to Pooja about a relationship that is growing and the comparisons of love and will he love you versus her. We did see that there was that love there, but it just needed to grow and that relationship needs to end. So just to let everybody know, we're transitioning now to the second reading. A huge thank you to Pooja, who is Devanant, for joining again. You guys are welcome all the time. Thank you for joining us, all the new people. So make sure you guys follow so you can catch me. I will be back again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. It will be a larger event though because it's a Saturday. And we're going to do a Lionsgate Portal event Monday at 11 a.m. Central. And I try to come back at least 3 to 4 times a week. I've been really moving forward with this whole thing again. It's been awesome. I went through a healing process. So welcome, new people. The next up here is Mina. She has a career question. And yes, I did, Jillian. I did miss your general request. Thank you. And I did explain that kind of the best I could for now. Devanand, if you would like to private message me for a private reading, you are totally welcome to. That way we could get into it. I'm offering a 50% off all my regular services sale today, and it ends actually today. So if you're interested, we could do a short session at 50% off. So thank you so much, guys, for your patience. I'm trying to read the stuff too. So, okay, Jillian is there after Violet. And then after Jillian, we'll have our new friend on Twitch. So people from Twitch, Kate Spire, please stick around. I'm going to do as many as I can, but these are going to be a little bit shorter than what I usually do because this was a shortened broadcast. I think yesterday I was on a couple hours. I'm sorry, guys. We're trying to charge up, and this energy from the Lionsgate is crazy. So I want to get out the regular tarot deck because our next question is about career. So Mina, step on down. So once again, we don't do revenge questions or spells, and mediumship is a private thing we do. All right. And she wants to know, okay, basically, if anything good is coming your way, Mina. And let me know if you're here. So what we're going to do is, after Mina's reading, we have Violet on YouTube. I hope you're still here, Violet. And then after that, we have Jillian Haichu on Facebook. And then Kate Spire on Twitch. Guys, stick around. We'll be doing just 1 to 2 card readings to try to let everyone get a little taste today. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Hey, okay, Mina is here. Let's do this, guys. So let's focus for our friend on Facebook, Mina, who wants to know about any positive career developments, I'm assuming, and good things coming her way in general. I'm asking the universe to open up. We're taking things down just a little bit of a notch. Thank you, group. All right. We're going to cut the cards, and because this is a financial question, we want to get a little more information. We're going to put down 3. Oh, I felt that good, huge energy rush from the group. Thank you guys for your concentration. I could feel that. That was great. So Mina, right away we see here with your cards the idea that you are a little concerned about moving forward, and you have a new choice you're going to be examining from this King of Swords. So guys, what this basically indicates is she has a new thing coming that she has to, I think, really reflect on, because it's almost like you're still looking at everything going, I don't know what to do. But, so guys, there's this choice here we want to talk about, the Fool card. I think that you need to not be afraid to take some next new steps in your career. Talk to this gentleman. Maybe he is the key, whether it being adapting to what he wants, telling him something he needs to know. The key here for you is your involvement with him and how you handle it. Be very careful, be forward thinking, because it looks like this guy could help you. So what we're going to do really quick to take this to another level, we're going to put out 3 more cards, but they're not going to be straight up. They're going to be across what I would call an obstacle / challenge, however you look at your life. I try to look at them as challenges, guys. Although, whatever, it's no judgment. So it looks like your recent choice did have to do with work, the King of Pentacles, and you trying to understand how you can pay your current bills, take care of everything, and find joy. Guys, the Temperance card indicates she's had to do compromises, and she wants to find joy. Okay, and your career needs to be both things if possible. Yes, there's always means to an end, and you have to do what you have to do. So mindset is everything. Mind you, though, you can work on what you would like. You can manifest it. Be very careful and mindful, because here is her challenge. And this is the last card, which is usually the most, I would say, your answer and your prediction in these smaller readings, all at the same time, of course. People are going to want to be time thieves. Draw some lines. So as for good things coming your way, yes, you have to take some risks. You have to be available spiritually and emotionally to adapt to whatever people want at work. But you need to reassess, because it looks like if you're careful and you're mindful and you're looking at things, you can avoid dealing with this sense that, okay, whoever is taking from you at work, or the feeling that work is robbing something from you, I think that this can be achieved through a series of, again, introspective choices. So I think a lot of people need to deal with someone at work, a coworker, and sometimes it's literally specifically telling you you need to retool your career and the way you do it. I feel like here, though, you have to tread carefully. That's the last thing. I can understand why you're a little also worried, because the Fool card indicates that you're trying to make the right choice. You're at some new beginnings. So that's your short mini reading today about your career and anything that would be coming your way good, and a bit of general advice, because I feel always the guys are coming through with something. So that's right, Mina is not working now. So understand, it's telling you through a series of, obviously, as she sees here, having to make new choices, having to tread carefully, talk to people, adapt to what they want. Interesting. Intriguing. That gives a little bit more of a meaning to a few of the cards for me. But I would say, since we have now, and now I do remember we talked about this yesterday. So guys, when I give readings, this is the spirit guided message. There's nothing premeditated about it. And I will, as you can see, literally forget that Mina did mention yesterday she was unemployed. And this isn't, because also, understand, I'm speaking to a lot of people. And when we're done, I'm not holding you, your spirit, what we've talked about with me. I say to the universe that I give it back, and that I humbly hope your energy is better from spending time with me, and I release it. So therefore, it's pretty much gone after this, guys. Yes, I do remember details. We get deeper. I appreciate your patience with me, Mina. You're awesome. So once again, thanks, guys, for participating in our free reading session. These are smaller, and these are a bit spirit guided. So let's move on to our next one, so we can get a little bit more in. Violet on YouTube, if you're still here, please step forward. After that is Jillian, who wanted a general, I believe, and I'm going to make sure I write that down. So Violet is new, and I kind of wanted to try out for her the Sacred Forest Oracle. And I want to do an energy check with everybody. How's everybody feeling in the session right now? Is everybody good? I love these beautiful cards. And between those and the Rumi, like, I think the illustrations are very good for divination. Well, Mina said thank you, and you are so very welcome for your continual support and participation over here on Facebook. Let's take a look here. Hey, it is Elle on Twitch. Awesome. It's so nice to see you again. I am having a good day. I hope you have a great day too. How sweet of you to wish me that. Your participation was fun. I actually already mentioned it, Al, in my live today, about how I was viewing certain cards and issues and things differently. A little bit about that Buddha card and being an honorable warrior for good things and peace. So I do appreciate learning, and you also mentioned cool stuff about having certain crystals, guys. You should tune in sometimes. Our talks get interesting as we're expanding and all these topics with the new people I meet. So thanks again for showing up and giving a little shout out. Okay, so I am going to do a reading now for Violet on YouTube. So everybody else on Twitch and Facebook, we're going to do a little translating. I'll let you know. And yes, Jillian, I have coffee going too, and I'll take a break maybe at some point and pour some in my cup because it has been a heavy energy these past couple days. Like, I believe this Lionsgate portal is pretty intense. So we're going to probably do two things for our new friend Violet. Thank you so much for joining. She wants to know if someone, first of all, is coming towards her in love. And well, not first of all, but that's her question. And we're going to do two readings. I want to do a quick oracle. And I also want to expand upon it really quick, okay? Thanks for joining again on YouTube. That's fabulous. All right. Thank you, group. I want the universe to open up a little bit. Wakantaka, the Great Spirit, would you grant us some information? My ancestors and Violets to step down at the table today. Ooh, could feel a good rush of energy. Went right down through me. Thank you, group. We're going to do what I call the blind pull. Is a love interest coming to our friend? Okay, your card of the day is gorgeous. It is interestingly thematic. Let's take a look at it, guys. The butterfly spirit of transformation. You're going through a transformation, and that is no surprise to me because many people drawn to our group. I mean, how many of us could raise our hands? Yep, going through it. And so as you've gone through this transformation, you've begun to recognize your own power. And that when you have stepped back from everything for a little while, you did well by it. And if you notice, pearls are created through grit and irritation and literally being closed for a little while. And you're ready to let it go. And look what happened. I mean, adorable. So that's you, dear. That's you, Violet. And thank you so much for joining us today because your energy is very creative and it is very attractive to people. So you have just recently and will be doing what I'm going to call a little glow up. And when we see that, we know butterflies attract a lot of things. Now, because you're also like a light, you can attract all kinds of different things, different energies. My first piece of advice for you today is to stay mindful of who you're around and just, be light about life, yes, but be a little careful of who you're exposing your energy to. And Violet has made a comment group. She said definitely, which is a little bit of a confirmation of that beautiful transformation. And isn't it gorgeous, again, the idea that through our darkest hours and things that we've been even irritated over and we've pondered upon and grown over and become mindful about, we can literally turn into something just amazing. So we're going to set that aside because that's a part of this. We want to get the practical details, guys. So we're pulling out that Rider-Waite. So for those of you who are not familiar, and I'm assuming most of you are, here's the Rider-Waite. I started off with this, and I love the plastic deck because it is fire. I mean, and my kids told me, and they're all grown now, I shouldn't use fire. So I just use it all the more, just to, to be sus, which they said I shouldn't use either. So all right. I already know better not to use lit. That is just like so yesterday. So, yeah. I'm a grandmother, guys. I have 2 grandkids. I'm a big dork. And I try to stay current, but I try to keep it light. So, laugh at me with me. Let's focus for our friend. Now we have put in some good, light, wonderful energy from what we know about her into here. But now we want to ask the universe, the Great Spirit, Mother Nature, is someone new coming? This is our last big shuffle for our friend Violet. Okay, and I'm going to do what I've done already for this. We're going to do the 6 cards so we can get a really good idea of what we see. Let's take a good look here, and we will get right down to business, guys. I appreciate everyone's patience with the process and what we do here. We are enjoying the connection and the energy flow that is just at the moment and happening. Thank you. So it recognizes your change right in the middle. That's right where you are. The death card. Out of the ashes of the old arises the new. The fiery phoenix just looks incredible as it rises from what we felt was devastation into something beautiful. But what you're going through is a little bit of psychic chaos at times, girl. Like, you have some things that go on and some dreams and visions are coming. And with the upcoming Lionsgate, I'm like, woo, be prepared. Someone is coming in your life, but here's the issue. It's going to take about 10 months. You have to be patient because that last situation, it left you feeling a little unbalanced. And sometimes it takes time, longer than we expect. And I'm going to explain to you why I believe this takes time and like everything, guys. It's all about like, you got to run into the person. And the universe like sends you things when you're ready, as well as now you've said it. So this is the other thing. You might like our manifesting sessions because you're not going to always just create a person out of thin air. But what you want to do is tell the universe you're ready when the universe wants to give this to you, but that you're ready. You can manifest situations. You can manifest good mental and emotional health and being positioned where you need to be the person that say they would want to be with. Not to say you're not, but the whole vibe here is to continue to dig deep into those things because you seemingly questioned how you've done things and how you're going to do things in the future when it comes your way. Look, she's been working hard in her life about everything, and this might be self-questioning. We're not going to say that this is a bad trait. It's the opposite. Everybody needs to do this, but get moving forward because you have good things coming. Give it some time. A big focus for you also is, I believe, family energy. I believe there's something about you extremely family-oriented, whether it be you're meant to care for a family or that you're a big part of it or that you want to be something. That Ten of Pentacles energy also, though, lets me know that this situation is probably going to come around the idea of career and things you're interested in, also hobbies. Don't give up on all of the things you're trying to dream about. That's a problem we all face. So it's okay to reassess, Violet, but please make sure you're picking things that you are just so freaking passionate about. You'll attract who you need to. So again, guys, we want to be that energy that we want. So as for healing, because she did remark that her last experience was terrible. When you go through these things, guys, it is so important that you are doing a real healing process. That means it's dirty, gritty. You got to take time out from stuff. Guys, I was away for a minute. I got physically and emotionally hurt at the same time. It all hit me like a ton of bricks. I had to stop putting my hands on, say, product, because if I'm feeling a certain way, I don't do that, so on and so forth. So honor the process, Violet. It's coming for you. And know that because now you said to the universe, yeah, I'm asking somebody about it, universe is going to maybe send you a few people that aren't so great. So be aware of that. Keep yourself mindful to how you feel around them. So that was my message for you today. Thank you so much for joining and waiting. I really appreciate it. So thank you. Much, much appreciated. I love that we're reaching out to all the platforms today. So far, I've seen participation from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Oh yeah, this is fabulous. Hope you're all having a very good Friday. I know I am. Our session today has helped relieve some tension, let go of the a little bit of that Lionsgate energy. I wanted to take a look at a few of the comments for just a second before we go on to our next reading, which is with Jillian Heitshoe on Facebook. And then lastly, so far we have maybe it's Catasphere, because I'm just like Kate Spire. It's probably Catasphere. Now please let me know over there on Twitch. It's almost like I just had just a moment, I'm sorry, of connectivity. And Violet has thanked me for our time today and my energy. And she said the twin flame journey is hard. It is. I'm with my twin flame and there's been nothing really easy about it. And we're going to go into that at some point. People keep bringing it to my attention lately. And if everyone would like to talk about it sometime, we could talk about it. Because it is a winding road. They like mirror stuff to you. And then you learn in a twin flame relationship that, yeah, they're your twin, but you have to be very, very secure in yourself. You have to be secure enough to say goodbye to them and allow things to work out for each one of you. See, because as much as people think twin flames are alike, they have yeah, very similar problems, but they also have emission on their own. Kate Spire, excellent. Okay, thank you. Because I'm glad I got it right. Because then I looked at it because, the Twitch names can be like so many different things. Like, you know, Al over there, Al, and Ron Man, I was just killing it the whole time. And he said I could just call him Al, which was awesome. So I did not do so good at first. I wanted to read Al's comment. Hold on, guys. So Al said, talking about yesterday, he usually doesn't comment on someone else's reading. Just you had almost joined the service and glad you didn't. Wow. Well, thank you for returning and sharing. Again, I'm super humbled, guys. This is so cool to meet everybody. In our very isolated world, when I was a young person, we would just like leave the house, go places, go to the mall. We would drive around. I mean, but we'd meet people. So this has been, wow, over the top. So thank you so much. Again, I just love the interesting things. So okay, let's listen here, because I'm all in about Al. I gotta say, we had a really cool talk about crystals, and it inspired me to go ahead and do the Moldavite and start off small. But because he's a Scorpio, I understand what that's entailing. So he said he ended up going back to school, got an internship, then hired by a company, then ended up paying for your college. Saw military, changed your friends who joined. Wow, well, thank you for sharing that. No, I really appreciate that. So, wow. So that puts together a few things for me too. Thank you for sharing. So now we're going to pull up Jillian, and I just, again, I'm pretty overwhelmed. Thank you guys for your participation. And your really thoughtful comments and participating. I'm really honored. So Jillian, if you're here, step on down. I don't know if you made the coffee. Okay, here we have another cool crystal. Okay, see, this is why we're trying to watch. Another cool rock he came across is Merlinite. It helps you discover deeper and darker parts if you're doing shadow work. Yes, I am doing shadow work. It is like part of being a light worker. Like, how can I not address my own shadow work, right? So there's no dark without the light. There's nothing without balance. And know thyself. And like everybody, I'm just trying to be more mindful. And you got to deal with stuff to do that, I mean, mindfulness brings everything up. You're like, why am I acting like this? So yeah, thank you so much. So guys, it was called Merlinite. I've heard of that. And actually, the other day when I was looking up malachite, and you start looking up different things again, because I'm trying to purchase larger pieces, it shows up a bunch of different, options. So I do remember that. That's interesting. That's a cool little factoid, guys. We're going to continue with our growing with the crystals. And yeah, I am literally, have a bunch of things on my Amazon cart right now for the group. So I think that might go in there, guys. So shadow work is an idea for my a candle too. I've been first working on manifesting candles, but shadow work goes right along with everything else to be able to succeed. So some of us have to revisit them over and over. So thank you for that. Something I could incorporate. Awesome. All right, step forward, Jillian. I do see she's there. I hope you have brewed some more coffee, girl. It is a Friday like that. I really feel that. I made my little meme this morning using the guy from Dunkin' Donuts, and only us old people are going to get this, time to make the donuts. So I said time to make the magic. And oh my God, I've had to have numerous cups of coffee. I feel a lot better spending time with you guys. So we're going to focus for Jillian. I'm assuming she just wanted a general. Next up, we're skipping back over to Twitch for Kate Spire, which is not Catosphere, which would have been kind of interesting. Only because I'm just, hilariously like a grandmother with my pronunciations, and people are like, you're a grandmother? I'm like, yes, I am. And, my kids weren't like, I don't know, they weren't that young when they had kids. So yeah, guys, I'm really a grandma and I'm a dork. It's awful. So thank you for putting up with it. You guys are so sweet. And I like being dorky, so this isn't like me slamming me, guys. So Jillian, focus. And guys, we're going to do one of these beautiful oracle cards for her. Yeah, we're a little fluffy today, guys. I think we all kind of need it. And yeah, we've gotten deep here, absolutely, but these cards make me feel a little ethereal. So let's do this. All right, universe, great spirit. Let's give a little kind, nice message to our friend Jillian. Whatever you think, universe, because I know it only talks about what it wants. We're asking our ancestors to sit down now while I choose this card. Here we go. I felt it right away. Okay. Again, I've pulled this card recently. Dragon, power. So, if I haven't pulled this for you, Jillian, I've pulled this for someone recently, and when I see this card, I know, because first of all, look, purple is one of my jams, guys, and blue. So this whole card calls to me on this one very beautiful aesthetic level, but I'll be clear, the meaning behind the color purple is usually, you know, royalty or what have you. But for me, it is intuition and it is channeling into what is you. And this is part of your message. So girl, you got to dig deep today. You need to take your power. You need to know it's there. There's a spiritual ability you have that I don't know if you've been working on. So this card here makes me think you're like making your own magic. You're meditating. Look at the energy ball of light there. So now guys, when I pull these cards, remember, each person's guided message is different. So you'll see me approach each card or differently for each person, unless that is resonating, guys. So right now, the dragon also, to me, the dragon represents some element of mystery as well as strength and power. But the dragon is an ancient being. So I want you to do that, you know, deep digging, yes, that deep dive inside, but know that, and look, also with that, you're a healer. And so I want to talk about the duality because I think that I'm missing something here important for you with this. It's a lot about healing, and as she is kind of down and out today, it is really apropos. I just don't want you to feel not empowered. So I don't want to discount your pain. I don't want to discount your suffering, but you're healing yourself. You're the dragon and you're the woman. The duality of the card lets us know it's all in here. It's the spiritual, journey, the growth. So look, girl, today is a day that if you're feeling low, like a lot of us, or you need to really get going, know that it is, first of all, okay to take a moment. I mean, we can't always hype ourselves up beyond belief and be like, I'm going to feel like $1 million. But instead we can be realistic and be like, you know what? So what if I don't feel perfect today? So what if everything isn't figured out right now? Nothing ever is. I'm going to go about healing myself because Jillian has been going through a healing journey and it can physically affect you. And if you're experiencing illness or having lousy days, it is so important you unguilt yourself and say it's all right, it's okay. The healing I need is within myself. I need to recognize I have a lot of personal power and strength in me and my spirit. That purple, again, is intuition. I want you to tap into some divine message because I don't think that, say, me or a reader or a spiritualist or anyone helping you is always going to give you your bulk message for your healing and for what you need to do to find ways for joy to get past things. So this is for you to dig deep and ask your guides. You can do it. Jillian is working on growing spiritually, getting through things. And guys, it doesn't happen overnight. So it's okay that we go through these days. Because we don't want to not acknowledge the fact that the dragon is healing her. But I believe the dragon is you. This is the way I take this. So understand, you're timeless, lady. You have been here before. You'll be here again. Energy is not created or destroyed. It's just transferred. And I want you to know that a lot of the small crap around our lives is just small stuff. I really feel a lot of us are carrying around stuff and not seeing our own power and strength in letting it go. It's not always possible, but it is so much more possible than you think. again, guys, no one is fluffing off your feelings. It is more like the universe's way of actually acknowledging those feelings, and at the same time giving you, I guess, your bit of guidance to deal with them. So thank you guys for listening to the process. As you can see, the readings unfold themselves to me. It all comes together in a way that, again, if I forget something, don't take it personally. It's okay to remind me. I appreciate you. I am the messenger. So my kids used to think it was like, my lip, God's ears, or what is it? Like, basically, I'm the source of God, everything I say must be true. Oh my God, we must get upset about it. So I want you guys to understand, part of what we're doing here is helping you work on your spiritual journey to find your answers. Okay, now let's see who we have here. I so love this necklace. A close friend of mine made it for me. It just has this really groovy energy. I haven't worn it much, and it is something lately I feel there's this power to it, and it's beautiful. So up next, we're going to Twitch, and then we'll see. I think we might be done for today. I'm feeling the sense that with this Lionsgate, I need to continue on with my private counsel later today, because I have a couple of other sessions scheduled, as well as tomorrow we have a cool group event at 11 Central Time in the morning. So hopefully some of you guys can get there. And I'm going to be doing some advertising for it to try to get people's attention. So that being said, if you would come on and step down, Kate Spire from Twitch, it is your time. A big thank you to Jillian for being a subscriber at Little Falcon Tarot. For just $10 a month, she gets a private counsel with me, 3 readings in total, as well as, exclusive content. She's going to get to try out our manifesting candles before anybody else. And when I do the other type of candles too, our shadow work candles, which I bet Jillian could benefit from that too, by the way. She's going to get to try that stuff out first. Subscribers try that for free, and they do reviews and let you guys know. So at any rate, a huge shout out to Jillian. I just wanted to tell you guys, I really truly appreciate everyone's support. The subscription thing has started to take off, and I'm humbled and honored. If you are on Facebook, you could also send me stars, but attending, liking, following, and sharing is the biggest thing right here. So once again, thank you for joining today. A big hello and welcome to all the new people and new faces. Next up, we have Kate Spire here. All right, she is ready. I believe she did write down her question, so I'm going to read it to the whole group, guys. So she's on Twitch. So here we go, Facebook and YouTube. Oh, and she said she hoped it didn't distract me. Thank you for your politeness. It is much appreciated. You're fine. Sometimes they just get lost up there and I can't retrieve them. That would be the only thing for you. She has a love question. She's currently seeing someone, and she's wondering if the cards can tell her where it's heading and if it's in the right direction, basically. Okay. And she said she felt the good vibes. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying your time here. The group is what makes the vibe so really wonderful. I've just encountered it over and over again. So let's focus. Let's see. Kate Spire. We're going to scroll you on down so I can see your comments. We're going to focus for her. I would like everyone to know I'm switching decks for her here. We're going to do the Akashic Tarot. I want to open this one up. I love this one. I am attracted to some of these cards, not just because of their illustration, almost all of them, but because of their meanings, guys. So it's like, for me, I'm super picky, but I have like a ton of decks. I have not even shared them all. I'm really super obsessed. So thank you for helping me with my obsession. So we're going to now focus, though. These Akashic Tarot, we're going to do 6 cards, and they are tarot with a twist. So she wants to know what direction this is heading in. Let's focus. Opening up the energy, asking the Great Spirit, Wakantaka, the universe to open up. My ancestors and yours sit at the table. One more good shuffle. Thank you, group, for your concentration. Okay, let's take a look. Now guys, it is 6 cards I'm doing for this. We do want to get a bit of information. We have 3 that are straight up and 3 that are challenges or obstacles. However you choose to look at it, guys, it's up to you. Let's take a look at these cards. I do love the Akashic Tarot. They're beautiful. They're very contemplative, you guys. So when we look at these, we need to understand there's always like some deeper meaning. And I chose this for you because I wanted you to get a double reading at the same time, basically. So we're going to get your practical and spiritual covered at the same time. So let's look at where this is headed. All right. The two of you, when you met, I believe, were both in sort of similar places. I think you were both waiting, wondering, and in this situation now, you're reflecting, and this is still the past. You were reflecting on everything, and like, what kind of relationship do I want? Do I want something good? And the open waters were there. So the two of you both were in a very similar place in some ways. And that's a good mutuality to have. In the present, the two of you, and this is to me a decent balance, you're both under the willow. So the willow, the two of forces, is the whole idea of, yes, balance, but the two of you are in a phase of growth and discussion, and right now you're sitting under the shade, still getting to know each other. So this is a good place to be. So we're kind of like trying to get a bearing of where you're at and explaining to you what direction I believe this is going. Now, your challenge in this situation has been all of the different things you guys do in your life and all of the timing issues and the intricacies also of getting to know each other, because it says intricacies in industry, what you guys maybe could build together, trying to build trust. And as you can see, there's kind of like a foundation being built, yes, and we see this and some growth. But that's a challenge because the two of you still in this exploratory phase where I believe you're going to have the inspiration soon. Okay, so the Archangel Gabriel, when this card comes down, we know it's talking a bit about discovery, it's talking about protection, it's talking about divine energy. We're going to set this down for a second. That's always heavy. 3 also indicates a sense of completion or a cycle ending or changing, so hold on for a second. So you guys are coming up to a tempo change in the relationship is first of all the first part of your answer. The divine physician, this is your spiritual part, which is part of the challenge, is to know that going on with this relationship is, I believe, going to be a challenge beyond where you're at, because this divine physician lets us know with this sense. And okay, this is kind of an odd card, so mind you, there's a bunch of strange symbolism, so I'm not knocking the card, but I'm explaining to you what this means. There's a divine energy in order to things we don't understand. Things are placed the way they are for some reason, and nobody knows why, for example, and there's this larger plan. Then when you look at this person is ministering to people, this whole idea that there is a purpose. So I'm going to put it to you this way. I think that your relationship is headed towards a more serious tone, mutual trust. You're being guided to take it very slow. Oh, that beeping was the coffee maker turned off. Oh, that's sad. And I apologize for the interruption, because in all honesty and seriousness, I take this very serious because, when we're guiding people in love relationships, it gets super complicated and hurting and emotional. I think you guys are going towards something bigger. The divine physician is like kind of like the idea that you guys are really just like, yeah, we're going to work on this, but we're going to have a real deeper conversation. And because this is the challenge part, guys, he might be a little challenged with this element with you. Go slower with this, because as you guys are rushing towards this or moving towards this conclusion, Gabriel is kind of also encouraging you to enter this new phase cautiously, slowly, with a higher purpose. So to me, I kind of think that means you guys are going to go into a more serious relationship. It's just giving you this whole idea that you guys have a mutuality, and that now while you're building things, you need to be very clear with one another, with what you're looking for, what you want. The other issue here, and I'll be clear with you, you're going to want to make sure the two of you are entering things with the same mindset. So that's difficult. That's going to be your issue. He's going to be talking about this. I feel in my mind this is just letting you know to remember, you guys have both been through things, and when you're building something, there's so many factors in life involved, and so many, as it showed, intricacies, that you want to be careful. I'm not seeing it ending. I'm seeing it entering a new phase. I'm suggesting that you clearly take it slow with this new phase as you build together. And now let's look at her comment. I just scrolled down and saw it. Kate over here on Twitch. And I am warning people, it looks like in Facebook, if you're watching me on Facebook, I think that might be someone who has followed that is not supposed to be in the group. So if you get any solicitations for readings other than from me, no, that's not me. So at any rate, I apologize for that announcement. So Kate said that it makes sense to her because she's been trying to take it slow, but he keeps trying to rush it. They're at the seeing each other stage, which explains all the growth and industry we're seeing. But she doesn't feel ready right now to move forward completely or label it right. It doesn't feel very secure. Exactly. I'm so glad it resonated. She said it resonated. Just go with your gut instinct too, because as you're reflecting to me what I've been talking to you about, it is exactly then kind of what you knew. Guys, this is why we're in these groups together. We're all empaths, intuitive. A lot of people are. Most people have some sort of gift, whether they're in touch with it or not. But I will say, in these forums that we're forming here, it's like we're all pretty much on the same page. So go with your gut. Try to trust your intuition, because I really feel personally that you are lining yourself up for higher things with some of those cards. Those energies to me are okay, she has bigger things she's thinking about. So thanks for dropping in today and joining. Kate Spire, excuse me. Oh my God, I must want it to be Cat Spear so bad, and then I just screw it up. I'm sorry. I'm allergic to cats anymore. I used to really love cats. So I'm sure your name is Kate, and I totally appreciate your vibe. You guys have been so fun today. I wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone, and she said there's a lovely energy. Excellent. Please follow. I'll be back. I come live quite often. I'm trying to stick to a certain time regime. Earlier in the day is good because I do private sesh, guys, as well as we're going to do weekend events. So once again, thanks, guys. If you are on Facebook, you could like, comment, follow, share. Feeling sassy, send me stars. If you're feeling super sassy, you could subscribe, just $10 a month. You get 3 readings with me. You get 50% off all my stuff. You get to try out stuff for free. I mean, free stuff is good, but all the same, your love and support is what counts, because we're really forming this group the way I was hopefully envisioning it. It was like I had high hopes that when I started, first of all, Facebook in 2013, that we could even get to here. So to incorporate you guys on Twitch, which you guys are amazing, and YouTube, I'm over the moon. So on that incredibly positive note, guys, have a good day. Take it as it is. Know that not everything is going to work out the way you want, but in the end, most of the time, things are the way that they should be. Have a wonderful Friday, guys. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Take care.